Shalom, shalom. We want to say all praises be to Abanawa, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Shalom to the sincere brethren. I came out there across the four winds, the four corners of the globe, pushing the truth, the good news of Yahweh Shai, proclaiming salvation to the elect of Israel, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and proclaiming the downfall of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man and his wicked empire. So this video is going to be entitled A Quick Hit to the Point, The True Face of Violence. The true face of violence. Because Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is the true face of violence since the beginning of time. You understand? Of which this whole situation with C. Kirk is a prime example of that, man. A violent Edomite took C. Kirk out, man. Took his own Edomite brethren out. You understand? And Esau, Edom has been that way toward his own peoples, and even more so toward the different nations beside him, specifically against his brother Jacob, man. You understand? Because both of these, well, C. Kirk, he was painting Jake to be the violent people, man. Jake to be wicked, Jake to be violent, which Jake is wicked, you know what I mean? And Jake is violent, but Jake violence is kindergarten compared to the violence of Esau, Edom. Esau, Edom has a PhD in violence, man. Look at the history of the so-called white man. Christopher Columbus, man. Colonialism, transatlantic slave trade, genocide of the indigenous people. Have Jake done violence like that? So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? No. And the Jake violence is towards each other. You understand? Their violence in their different hoods or their different barrios and favelas can't compare to the violence and havoc that Esau, Edom has wreaked across the planet for millenniums, man. Esau, Edom is the man of the sword, man. And once again, this is beautiful, man. Because the Lord demonstrated that with an Edomite taking out C. Kirk, man. Because he was saying, Jacob is a violent one. No, Esau, Edom is a violent one, man. Jake is just degenerate here, man. You understand? But Esau, Edom, you naturally violent. You naturally a man of blood, a man of the sword. So this is the book of Obadiah, chapter, Obadiah 1 and 16. Is it 1 and 16 here? I think Obadiah 10, Obadiah 1 and 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Can. What is that violence? And guess what? As soon as C. Kirk was hit, before he was hit, he was saying about what? He was criticizing Jake for being gang violent, man. The gang violence of Negroes in America, man. And guess what? As soon as he finished saying that, the real violent man, Edomite, man, like you see on the screen, took him out, man. Understand? Hey, the Most High don't play, man. The Most High have a sense of humor, a sense of these different literary devices, man. It's foreshadowing, man. He let your sword fall upon the sword the sword that you prepare for another, let it fall upon you. The bad talk that you was talking about another, let it fall upon you. The pit that you was digging for another, let it fall upon you. And that's Esau, Edom exactly. They like to talk about how degenerate and wicked Jake is. Where Jake is degenerate, Jake is violent, Jake is bugged out. But you created that, man. The CIA, the FBI, the American government created these black ghettos, man. You know what I mean? Pushing what? Single motherhood, abortion, kicking the men out of the house, pushing drugs into the community. We're not excusing Jake. But Esau, Edom, you the organizer. You the organizer of that project, man. Who set up these projects? Esau, Edom, man. You understand? So you the reason why Jake is messed up. Yes, Jake has to take self-accountability. You understand? But ultimately, you behind that, man. You behind the destruction and the poisoning of Jake, man. You understand? And not only that, Esau, Edom poison us with the food that we eat, the air that we breathe in, man. The clothes that we wearing. So he's a demon, and he inflicting violence upon the people of the earth, not only physically, but biologically, man. Biological warfare, man. Of which that's one of his main warfares, man. With these different diseases and pestilences that he pushed. Yeah, that's what he did to the Native Americans with the smallpox, so on and so forth. So Esau, has mastered that the arena of violence, man. He not only have to could physically take you, he take you with biological weapons, man. He take you out by taking your children away from you and poisoning their mind with all manner of madness, man. You understand? But he's the real problem with the earth. He's not a Negro in the South Bronx. He's not a gang-banging Negro in South Central LA. Yeah, them niggas ain't right, but they low level, man. They low level, man. Because Esau will take them and lock them up in prison for years, man. For decades, but nobody gonna take Esau, Edom, and the elites of Esau, Edom, the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, these different guys, and lock them up in prison for the different crimes they committed, man. The different human rights violations they committed. Hey, look what's going on with Netanyahu, man. Anybody taking him and locking him up? Right now we have a so-called warrant from the International Court of Law, which that's a prime example of how violent Esau is. What's going on with Israel and Gaza, man. They bombing Gaza to hell and back, man. They jacking them Palestinians up. Showing you that, and guess what? All the Edomite nations, they standing idly by. Most of them supporting it, man. You understand? But this man is a real violent man. Esau Edom, man. He is a real violent man, and it's a beautiful thing. Ultimately, it's a beautiful thing that the Lord gonna use Esau to take out Esau. That's what's gonna happen with Russia and America, man. Edomites in Russia, Putin and them gonna take out Edomites in America, man. Trump and them, man. You know what I mean? That's how violent Esau is, man. He take out his own self, man, when he rule a ship. You understand? And it's a beautiful thing to see, because the Lord is gonna make that violence fall upon them, man. And that's all we do. We just expose Esau Edom for the devil that he is. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 19 verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Because America will establish on violence, so it's going to go down on violence. Who's the modern day Egyptians? These Americans, especially these Edomite Americans. They're going to be fighting one against another, man. And even Jake is going to be racial, political, class, you know what I mean? Violence, man. Because this is the violent place. Amos 9 and 8, man. This is the bloody city. So it's only rightfully that this place go down with great violence, because it is the violent kingdom, man. So with great violence, Esau Edom is going to be taken out. With great violence, let me get that, the Revelation 18 and 21. Close out with this. Revelation chapter 18 verse 21. And the mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone, that's the spirit, and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall the great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. So with great violence, Babylon is going to be thrown down, man. Babylon, which being modern day America, man. It's going to be thrown down with great violence, because what? It was established on violence. It was established by the man of violence, Esau Edom. The devil himself, man. Hey, so with that, and that's according to the scripture, not according to my words, according to the scripture, according to history, man. The track record of the so-called white man, the Edomites, is of violence. So with that, I want to say all praises be to Abanawa, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders of great millstone who rule well. Shalom to the elect.